This is Gary,
This is Cole.
and this is Monster, my podcast.
Yes, and this is the Baatezu.
Yeah, or a Baatezu.
Baatezu?
There's a monster in my podcast.
But these are devils,
Yes.
not
these
to be
are
confused with demons.
No, those are very distinct, and they would be pretty upset with you if you confuse them.
Yes.
You have to be a little bit more sensitive than that.
Like, devils are interesting, demons are not.
Right.
In the world of Dungeons and Dragons, because demons or devils have a lawful evil alignment. So these are the guys who are showing up and making like deals with you.
Yes.
Dread contracts.
Yeah, yep, just drawing up. They will kind of stick within the bounds of their summon sigils.
Yes.
It's a pretty good deal, and they have a social structure too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that chapter of Freakonomics where the ninth circle of hell is organized, but by like a McDonald's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we will, if this show goes on long enough, we will cover these guys again because there's like, I'm sure there's like 10 entries for these things in the Planescape book. Oh, because this is the basis of the Blood War. But for here, we just get the simplified version where it's just Pit Fiends and Abishai, who are like little gargoyles. Pit Fiends are just like Lords of the Pit. And they're just the magic cards come to life.
Pit Fiends are like they look like if you gave them a Google Glass, they would be cyber demons.
Yes. Yeah. Or if you give them Google glasses, they would creep everybody out in the Baatezu coffee shop.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the law that says I can't browse the internet while I'm here.
I'm going to compose an open letter.
There's nothing in the law that says a Baatezu can't play basketball. They should be using their powers of legal pedantry to do more fun shit.
Yeah, no, definitely. But instead, they seemed like if you just trust this, they're mostly content just to rule their respective pits.
They like their pits.
Yeah,
they seem pretty harmless in here, even though they're supposed to be scary as shit. But
yeah, the scariest thing about them is the fact that their teeth drip with green goo that will kill you in 1 to 4 rounds.
Oh man, can you imagine if your mouth just produced like bad tasting goo? Like, have you ever seen that Kids in the Hall where it's like, there's black stuff coming out of my mouth. Why is there black stuff coming out of my mouth? It's like that. It's I think about that all the time. And it is one of my favorite things. And these guys just live like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, they're cranky as shit. Like, black stuff.
Yeah, if you just give them some Mucinex, they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or like a mouthwash.
Yeah. Some Lister Fiend. You know what? That's a Clerks 2 joke. Damn it.
Is it really?
Yeah, no.
I think it's okay that you made a good Clerks 2 poll.
No, it's just kind of like, what kind of mouthwash would you give a demon? Oh, Lister Fiend. But no, that was totally something from Clerks 2.
How did you remember something from Clerks 2?
Because I've seen Clerks 2 a couple of times.
I mean, I remember seeing it once. I remember it being like the most offensive thing in that movie to me is Rosario Dawson like telling Dante that it's okay to go ass to mouth and having it supposed to be touching at a part. She's like, sometimes it's okay. And it's like, what is this? Kevin Smith, go to hell. Do it.
True love is degrading.
And we cheat with each other on each other. You've seen that, I'm sure, right?
God, no.
Oh man, there's a really famous Kevin Smith tweet where it's about his anniversary with his wife, and it's just really gross. He's just like, her brown eyes still gets me hard. We cheat, we fuck like dogs. Like, it's this really disgusting
little
like tweet that is just really goes into a lot of detail about how horny his wife makes him.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit. Just stop professing your love. Like they know.
In general.
Ugh, the worst. The Abishai are pretty boring. They're green. They're green gargoyle guys. But in this illustration, they have what must be the most lovely shock of red feminine hair I've ever seen. I'm not talking about like down their hair. I'm talking about just like on their head, just like a Molly Ringwald-esque mane.
It doesn't belong there at all. No. It's just like a gargoyle wearing a Ronald McDonald wig.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.